Storm Show, starring Gale Storm.
Don't go away, folks. I'll be right back. It's no use. There just aren't enough men.
Isn't that what I've been telling you all these years?
I mean, to the ship's dance tonight. We've got more women aboard than men.
My luck. Just like last year. I'll end up by dancing with the umbrella stand. And I always get the ones that can't lead. Have you any idea where we can round up a few men?
In the middle of the ocean? We may have to settle for a few male pelicans.
I've been wondering if we might somehow discourage a few of the women from showing up. But I can't think of any clever way, though.
I can, but tossing them overboard's against the rules. I'm afraid there's nothing we can do.
Good morning, ladies.
Oh, Dr. Reynolds, I hope we can expect you at the dance tonight.
No, thank you, Miss Pomeroy. I plan to spend the evening with my medical journal.
But you'll have a lot of fun, Doctor.
We have a wonderful orchestra and refreshments and a lovely buffet.
No, thank you. My medical work comes first with me.
If it'll make you feel any better, you can bring your scalpel and carve the turkey.
No, thank you, ladies. If you'll excuse me.
Poor Dr. Reynolds, so lonely. Never gets any fun out of life.
Yeah. Hey, Nugie, let's forget the other men and just concentrate on him. If I can manage to get him to the dance, I'll consider myself the best social director on this whole ocean.
Ah, Miss Pomeroy, is everything all set for tonight?
Oh, yes, sir. But there is one problem. Since there'll be too many women at the dance tonight...
Too many women? That's a problem?
Well, it is if you're a woman. Well, the point is, we'll need every available man, and I was wondering if you'd mind sort of trying to persuade Dr. Reynolds to join us in the fun.
Dr. Reynolds? Oh, not a chance. No, the man's antisocial. He's a hermit. He doesn't even venture ashore when we dock in foreign ports.
Captain, why is he that way?
Well, in a moment of confidence, he said something about some girl that he was in love with 20 years ago.
What happened?
Well, just before they were to be married, she changed her mind and ran away with somebody else.
Oh, that poor man.
Yes, he's been running away from life ever since. This ship has become a shell. Oh, I wouldn't try to get him to the dance tonight. You'd just be wasting your time.
I'm not too sure of that. Come on, Nugie. I'm going to crack that shell, and you're just the girl who can help me do it.
That's me, Nugie, the old nutcracker.
Now, we'll take a look at the throat. Open up, please. Say, ah. Ah. Now, ah again. Ah. Now, exactly when does throat soreness come on, Mrs. Bender?
Last night when I had the headache.
Headache?
The migraine one. Didn't I tell you? Oh. My skull was splitting, just splitting. If it hadn't been for my sore throat, I would have screamed at the top of my lungs.
Open up, please. Well, if you felt so bad, why didn't you come over?
And spoil the bridge game? Say, if you can't suffer bravely, why suffer at all?
Yes. Well,
thanks for the spray, Doctor.
The throat feel better now?
Yes, but I'm sure it's only temporary. Goodbye.
Watch your step. The floor's just been waxed.
That's all right. I'm just loaded with accident insurance. Oh, Miss Pomeroy, darling, and Miss Nugent.
Hello.
You're both ill. Oh, what a shame. We must meet in the cocktail lounge later and compare symptoms.
That brave little girl doesn't know it, but she only has another 50 or 60 years to live.
Go ahead. Go ahead and tell him. I'm too excited.
Well, should I?
Well, what is it?
Oh, all right. Well, we drew your name out of the hat. And you're going to win the special prize, and it'll be presented at the dance tonight.
What special prize?
Well, it's a big secret. Well, they didn't even tell us.
And we're the prize committee.
I'm sorry, Miss Pomeroy, but once and for all, I am not going to that dance. No, I couldn't.
Where did you say we could find those male pelicans?
Dr. Reynolds is vulnerable, Nugie. If we can just get him alone somewhere away from his office and work on him for a while.
What happened? There's no vibration. The engines must have stopped.
Darn the luck.
Something wrong, sir?
Yes, engine trouble. It's going to take a couple of hours to repair it. So we have to anchor off of this island here. You know, many of these tiny little South Sea islands are not even charted on the map.
Why, Nugie, this is a break for us. Now we can get authentic decorations for the dance. Remember? We were planning to decorate the captain's table with seashells.
We were? I mean, we were. But we didn't have the shells, did we?
I'll bet there are hundreds of them out there. Not to mention exotic plants and flowers and old coconuts and things like that. Oh, Captain, may we have permission to go ashore?
Absolutely not.
Oh, please. When we get through decorating, the women will be falling all over themselves to sit at your table.
I don't care how many women... Well, make sure you're back in an hour.
And one more thing, sir. It's all right if we take Dr. Reynolds along, isn't it? He's been depressed and, well, he might enjoy a change of scenery.
But he can enjoy it from the deck.
But, Captain, I promise you, well, we'll be back before you've missed us.
Well, all right now, but make sure that all of you are back here in 1 hour, and that's an order.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Miss Nugie, what is it?
Well, she's so upset that I thought maybe you could give her something to quiet her.
Well, what's wrong?
Well, we're anchored off a quaint little island, and Nugie had her heart set on going ashore to collect seashells, and I did too. But the captain won't give us permission.
Why not?
He said we need a man to go along and protect us. He can't spare anyone.
It's too bad.
Doctor, well, I know it's imposing, but I was wondering if you'd go with us.
I'm sorry, but I should be reading my medical journal. There are several articles that... All right, I'll get my coat.
Thank you. Nugie. Well, I think we've got enough stuff to decorate the whole ship.
We've got enough to sink it.
Hey, where's Dr. Reynolds? I thought you were giving him a sales pitch about going to the dance.
Me? I thought he was with you. Oh, where can he be?
Well, we better find him. Oh, and fast. Our time is almost up. That hour will be gone. Come on, girl. Come on. What's that noise?
There's nothing like a medical journal to make little aeroplanes. Eh, girls?
Doctor, what's going on?
Well, we've got to get back to the ship.
Ship? What ship?
Well, our time is up, you know, and we promised the captain. Now, come on.
Look, my time is just beginning. For 20 years, I brooded over one measly woman, Miss Pomeroy, and here I have scads of them and no competition.
Come on, Doctor. There's going to be trouble when their boyfriends show up.
Boyfriends? Boyfriend? What boyfriends? From what I can make out, their men left on a fishing trip some months ago and never came back. Girls, all your boyfriends are gone. Right? Right. Inform the captain that I've moved my practice to this island.
Oh, now be serious, Doctor. What will I tell the captain?
You can give him this message.
And no other doctor can make that statement.
Such a thing. It's mutiny. When we get into port, I'll see that Dr. Reynolds loses his license.
I have a feeling he won't care.
You should see him, sir. He intends to wiggle the rest of his life away on that island.
You promised to have him back here in exactly 1 hour, so I'm holding you personally responsible.
Sir, we tried reasoning with him, but he just kept shaking his grass skirt.
Everything we said to him went in one hip and out the other.
He intends to become a beachcomber.
Oh, he does he? Well, I'm still the captain of this ship. And I'll get him back if I have to tow him through the water.
Oh, but Captain...
You've done enough, Miss Pomeroy. One thing I insist upon on this ship is discipline. Mr. Bridge, Captain Huxley speaking. I'm going ashore personally to bring back a deserter. And I want you to be ready to sail out of here in exactly half an hour.
All I hope is that Dr. Reynolds didn't try to resist.
Have you ever seen the captain this mad?
Oh, he's been mad since the day he was born. I don't think he ever forgave the doctor for holding him up by his heels and spanking him.
I do wish they'd stop playing around with that whistle. The last time they blew it, I developed auricular ventricularis for 3 days.
What's auricular ventricularis?
It's very expensive. Thank heaven I can afford it.
Oh, I do hope the captain doesn't have to get rough with the doctor. Oh, Mrs. Bender, may I borrow your binoculars?
Yes, of course.
Oh, good.
Now, I'm going to my cabin before they start blowing that thing again.
Hey, I know why that whistle's blasting away. The captain gave orders to get ready to sail.
Well, I wonder what's keeping them.
I can't see anything. Hey, wait.
What do you see? What do you see?
I see the doctor.
Is he still king of the islands?
I think he's made emperor.
Oh, where's Captain Huxley?
Oh, my gosh.
What's the matter?
Nuji, can you steer the ship?
No.
Then we're in trouble.
What are they doing?
Tarzan has just found a mate.
You mean the captain?
Nuji, there's only one way to get them back. Come on.
Let it go!
Eugene, these girls are wonderful.
Ah, yes, they are, Simon. They've only got one object in life. to make a man happy.
Yeah, that's why they're still uncivilized. Right, Puna?
Peel it for me, honey, will you?
I wonder if a man ever gets tired of grapes.
When that day comes, I'll have the girls stomp them into a light sauterne.
Oh. Well, all good things must come to an end. We've got to get back to the ship. Now, say goodbye to the girls, Eugene.
Say goodbye? Say, Simon, why don't you sit down and relax? Give this island a chance. Say another 30 or 40 years.
You gave me your word. Now, you said you would go back to the ship if I would stay a half an hour.
You want to know something, Simon?
What?
I'm a big fibber.
Now, fun is fun, Eugene, but we've got to get back to business.
Well, I'm still in business, Simon. I just moved to a new location. Say goodbye. You're out of your fishing poi picking mind.
But, Mrs. Bender, auricular ventricularis is, well, it isn't enough. We'll need a more spectacular disease to bring the doctor back.
How about psittacosis? It's a lovely disease. It comes from parrots.
It comes from parrots.
Yes. And personally, I think it's too good for them.
Well, we haven't any parrots aboard. And besides, there's nothing, well, nothing chic about psittacosis.
Maybe we could get a pedigreed parrot.
No. We need something fancy. A rare tropical disease, something romantic that will challenge the medical profession.
I had the most fascinating disease in my last cruise. But unfortunately, the doctor caught it and died before he could diagnose it.
Mrs. Bender, is that the medical dictionary you were telling me about?
Yes. And I can't understand why it never made the bestseller list.
May I have a look at it?
Certainly. Oh, Eddie.
Now, listen to me, Eugene. You are the ship's doctor, and I order you back this instant.
You want me to go back on the ship?
That's right.
Now, Simon, you're a sensible man. Would you give this up for Mrs. Bender's gallbladder?
Oh, stop confusing me. Well, I see. It's no use. Now, what is that?
He sees it.
You know, this could get me in a lot of trouble with Captain Huxley.
Oh, don't worry, Tom. I can handle him.
Well, it's a signal. Something is wrong aboard ship.
Well, it couldn't be. You're here with me.
Oh, someone's very sick.
Well, it must be Mrs. Bender.
No, it isn't Mrs. Bender.
Well, it's got to be. She's the only sick person in the world.
Why, it's Miss Pomeroy.
Miss Pomeroy?
That's right. There's something wrong with Miss Pomeroy. Well, now, come along, Eugene. You can't let her down.
Well, did it tell you what was the matter?
No, whatever it is, we better hurry. Now, come on, out of it.
All right, all right. Now, remember your places, girls. Daddy's just going to make a house call.
Hey, here's a good one. As they call it... I can't even pronounce it. They're on their way.
Miss Nugent, what is wrong with her?
I don't know. It happened so suddenly, Captain.
The heat. Oh, the heat. Those drums. Make them stop beating those drums.
Pulse is normal.
Oh, my feet. They're so cold. Oh. Ah. Oh, my mouth. Oh, my mouth is so dry. Oh, and my head is spinning. I got chills running up and down my spine, up and down.
Susanna, I want to take your temperature.
Ah. Oh, get them away from me. Ah.
Oh, they're coming out of the sun. Oh, they're coming out of the... Oh, don't let him get me.
She's delirious.
Doctor, is there any hope?
Oh, hang on, Miss Pomeroy. Do you hear me? Don't die.
I've never seen so many symptoms in one patient. Listen to me, Susanna. I'm trying to help you. Susanna, please, try and open your eyes for a second.
Daddy, dear. You've come home. Did you bring me my sled?
That's all she ever wanted, a sled.
Yes. What is it, Miss Pomeroy?
Do me one favor.
Oh, yes, Miss Pomeroy. Anything. Just you name it.
Promise you'll bury me at sea.
Oh, no. No.
All right, Susanna. Try and sit up. Now then, I've been thinking about your symptoms. And according to all medical science, if you have a high fever, cold feet, dizziness, delusions, and icy chills going up and down your back, you must be dead.
Gee, did you have to do that?
I've got news for you, Captain.
Oh, save her. Spare no expense. Bring her back. That's the dearest, loveliest, sweetest girl I've ever known.
And she's also the healthiest. All right, get up, you faker.
Thank heavens you brought her back to us.
What is going on here?
I'll tell you what. This whole thing was a trick.
Well, all I wanted to do was just bring him back.
But it didn't matter to you whether I wanted to come back.
Oh, Dr. Reynolds.
And for your information, Miss Pomeroy, I was happy on that little island.
Oh, now, Gene.
I'm nothing on this ship. There I was king.
Oh, Dr. Reynolds, you're just as big here. Why, don't you realize that each and every one of us depend on you all the time and need you?
What for? To listen to their imaginary ailments?
Well, sometimes that's important, too. Well, and it's also important just to know that you're here when we're really sick. Captain Huxley, tell him how much we need him. Tell him.
That's the truth, Gene. You are the most important man aboard this ship.
I'm sorry if I hurt you. Maybe you're right and we're wrong.
No, Susanna. Of course you're right. Well, it was fun while it lasted. All right, go ahead, Simon, say it. There's no fool like an old fool.
Well, why don't we both say it was just a pleasant experience?
Sure. And who says a ship's doctor can't have a beautiful patient in every port?
Think. All I had to do on that island was...
You're a wonderful dancer, Doctor.
Oh, thank you. When you're on ship, it's easy to rock and roll. A cigarette?
Oh, I'd love one. Well, it looks as if you got the doctor out of his shell.
Did anyone ever tell you you had beautiful eyes?
Do you tell that to everyone, Doctor?
Only when it's true.
Dr. Reynolds may not be a surgeon, but I sure like the way he operates.